I think there are many companies that focus on writing reports, focus on big strategy. I think for us, what we realized is that complex government issues are very context specific. They require trust from your clients and your partners. They require you to work in community, with community to co-design. And I think that's been one of the big differentiators for us.
In our official title of the firm, we're Davis PIer Consulting, but in a lot of ways, we've changed from being a company that consults to one that truly collaborates. I think in the traditional consulting model, a client comes to you with a problem and you use a bunch of evidence, or you use some best practice, or you take something that you learned in a different country and you try to apply it. We think about things differently. We truly try to understand the problem we're trying to solve, both with our clients and with the communities that we're trying to serve. We've really moved to a place where we try to co-design solutions with community and with clients, and I think that differentiates us from our competitors. We have a multidisciplinary team with an amazing group of diverse backgrounds, so we bring together people in neuroscience or behavioral science or design theory, and we look at problems from a whole bunch of different perspectives, and that's what these complex problems require, is people who look at things in different ways. And we are not so proud of ourselves that we know that we don't have all the answers. A lot of the answers exist with people in community who are experiencing homelessness or food insecurity or access to healthcare problems. So when you take our design approach, our great team, and mix that with a healthy amount of listening from community, then you've got a real opportunity to make change.
I think when you hire an organization in professional services, whether it's a consulting company or anything else, you need to trust who you're working with, and you need to like who you're working with as well. And I think our ability to just sort of show up as real humans that care for those clients, care for the people that they're serving as government officials, I think people see the difference in that. And I think because we've built that trusted relationship with many of our clients and partners, they know that what we're telling them is in their best interest and the best interest of community. It's got nothing to do with our business drivers. It's got to do with actually making a difference in people's lives.
Being smart gets you so far. Being smart and caring about solutions and caring about how to make the lives of a citizen who is either food insecure or doesn't have a place to sleep or can't get access to a primary care physician, that's what differentiates us. Really smart people come around to figure out, how do we improve life for someone in Stellarton? How do we make someone in Mississauga happier? How do we get a host for someone in Cape Breton? That's what differentiates us.
It's easy to give advice. I think where we've been successful is we look at what the evidence says, certainly, but we don't rely just on that, because all of these solutions are going to be specific to the place that you're in and the people that are at the table. And so the smart design, the approach that we use is one that is very collaborative and holistic. Just because they've done something in Australia or the UK doesn't make it what's best for Nova Scotia or Toronto or Prince Edward Island or somewhere else in Canada.
We never started to try to figure out how to make profit. It was always the other way around. We started with, what's our purpose? How do we make a difference? How do we improve the lives of Nova Scotians and people in other communities that we serve? And what we found is when you lead with that, a healthy business model follows, because clients want to continue to work with you. They continue to see value in your work. So it's this really interesting iterative circle.
The good news about our business model is that there are lots of complex issues that the world's facing right now. So everything from focusing on supporting people with disabilities, getting them into community and really generating solutions that work for them, looking at things like income and food insecurity, where we've got models that aren't supporting the people that need them, making sure that the people that haven't been around the table to design programs and systems for them, healthcare, community health, long-term care, supporting people, again, in a different way, not in hospitals, but in their homes, affordable housing, coming up with ways to help people have homes that they can afford, but in communities where they want to be. That's some of the work that we end up doing.
Mike and I have really taken the model where it's the long view that's important. We're about how do we build something that makes impact in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. If you invest in those relationships, if you do what you say you're gonna do, if you lead with how to make a client successful, then those relationships are naturally healthy and sustained.